How English stories can help you learn. Let me tell you through a story. Once upon a time, in a bustling city filled with the hustle and bustle of daily life, there lived a young woman named Meer. Meer had always dreamed of mastering the English language, envisioning herself effortlessly conversing with people from all around the world and exploring distant lands. However, despite her best efforts, she found herself struggling to grasp the intricacies of grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation. Determined to overcome her challenges, Meer poured herself into her studies, attending language classes, practicing with language apps, and diligently memorizing vocabulary lists. But no matter how hard she tried, progress seemed elusive, and frustration began to weigh heavily upon her. One day, feeling disheartened and on the verge of giving up, Meer stumbled upon an old, dusty book tucked away in the corner of a bookstore. Intrigued, she picked up the book and dusted off its cover, revealing the title, The Ancient Art of Storytelling. As Meer flipped through the pages, she discovered that the book contained a treasure trove of ancient tales, passed down through generations and cherished for centuries. Inspired by the beauty and simplicity of the stories, Meer realized that perhaps she had been approaching her language learning journey the wrong way. "Wow," Meer whispered to herself, tracing her fingers over the faded words etched into the pages. "These stories, they are like windows into another world." From now on, Meer declared with determination, "I'm going to learn English the way these stories were meant to be learned." With joy, with wonder, and with a heart open to the magic of words. With newfound determination, Meer began to immerse herself in the world of storytelling, reading aloud stories in English, practicing pronunciation, and absorbing the language in a way that felt natural and intuitive. She discovered that through storytelling, she could not only improve her language skills but also connect with the rich tapestry of human experience woven into each tale. As days turned into weeks and weeks into months, Meer's confidence and proficiency in English soared. She found herself eagerly seeking out new stories, from classic fairy tales to modern novels, and relishing the opportunity to explore the language in all its beauty and complexity. And with each story she read and told, Meer felt herself growing not only as a language learner but also as a storyteller in her own right. She discovered the power of words to transcend barriers of culture and language, weaving together the threads of imagination and empathy to create connections that span the globe. In time, Meer realized that the ancient art of storytelling had not only unlocked the secrets of the English language but had also opened her heart to a world of wonder and possibility. And as she embarked on new adventures, both in her language learning journey and in life itself, she knew that she would always carry the magic of storytelling with her, guiding her path and illuminating her way forward. Story listening is a powerful tool for learning English as a second language, ESL, or a foreign language in general. Here are several ways in which story listening can aid in English language acquisition. Natural language patterns. Stories present language in a natural context, allowing learners to absorb common phrases, idioms, and expressions in context. This helps learners understand how words and phrases are used in real-life situations, rather than just memorizing vocabulary lists. Improved comprehension. Listening to stories helps learners improve their listening comprehension skills. They become accustomed to the rhythm, intonation, and pronunciation of English, making it easier to understand native speakers in conversations, movies, and other real-life situations. Expanded vocabulary, exposure to a wide range of words and phrases in stories helps learners expand their vocabulary. Instead of learning individual words in isolation, learners encounter them in meaningful contexts, which aids in retention and understanding. Cultural understanding. Stories often reflect the culture, customs, and traditions of English-speaking countries. By listening to stories, learners gain insight into different cultural aspects, helping them understand the social context in which the language is used. Enhanced memory retention. Stories are inherently engaging and memorable, making language learning more enjoyable and effective. When learners listen to stories, they are more likely to remember vocabulary and grammar structures, as they are associated with the narrative and emotional aspects of the story. Grammar and sentence structure. Stories naturally incorporate various grammatical structures and sentence patterns. By listening to stories, learners can familiarize themselves with different grammar concepts in context, helping them internalize the rules of English grammar more effectively. Improved pronunciation. Story listening can also aid in improving pronunciation and intonation. By hearing native speakers narrate stories, learners can mimic the pronunciation and rhythm of the language, helping them sound more natural when speaking English. Increased motivation. Engaging stories capture learners' interest and motivation, encouraging them to continue practicing and improving their English skills. This intrinsic motivation is essential for long-term language learning success. Overall, story listening provides a dynamic and immersive language learning experience that enhances vocabulary acquisition, improves comprehension, and fosters cultural understanding. Incorporating stories into English language learning can make the process more enjoyable, effective, and rewarding for learners of all levels. The English level used in this story is intermediate. It contains straightforward language and is easily understandable for learners of English. The sentence effectively communicates the idea that using stories in English language learning can benefit learners at various levels by making the process more enjoyable, effective, and rewarding.